Okay, we're just going to take a quick look at how you can get hold of the latest version of AI, get it installed and up and running on your system. Okay, so first of all, when you want to get hold of AI, if you go to the Avolites website, and then you need to go down to the Avolites media section, the AI download section, there we go. Give that one a click. Then on the next page, here we go. So we've got a version 8 installer there. So if you just click on the download link there, that will give you a link to the very latest version. Now I've actually downloaded it here already. So let's just get it installed. So first of all, I just need to double left click on the installer. So it's going to ask me a couple of questions as I go along. So on the first one, we want to go to next. We accept the agreement, so tick in the box and then press next. Then press next, 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 and install. So it's just installing all the files it needs for the program to run properly. If you've got a previously existing installation of AI, I would suggest renaming the existing distrib folder before installing the new version. That way you can keep your old version and roll back to it. And we actually find that if you do a clean install as well, you'll generally get better performance out of the software. As I mentioned, then you can rename the distrib folder, so there is no harm in having multiple installs installed on your machine. In fact, we do that quite a lot here in customer support to make sure that we've got the correct version supported for the correct customer. Okay, so we're just on the last bit there. So in a moment it's going to start asking me about installing a couple of extras. QuickTime, which is what we need for playback of our movie formats, and also whether or not we want to install the USB Expert installer. Okay, so we can see here now it said that it's completed the first part of the installation. I'm going to untick Launch AI. I'm going to leave Open README File and install additional system drivers ticked. Then we're going to press Finish. So then on the next window we're going to press Next and Install and Finish. So now it's going to install the Avolites USB Expert software for us. So we use this to communicate between lighting consoles, media controllers and the servers and the software. So now we're doing the QuickTime setup as well. Just go for the typical installation. We're going to go for install there. And the version that we supply of QuickTime, as long as you've got that as your minimum version installed on your system, then you'll be fine. So a later version of QuickTime is acceptable. It should always contain the components that we need. But as long as you've at a bare minimum installed the version that we supply with AI, then you'll be fine. So finish on that one. No thanks, we don't need to go pro. Then we'll complete the USB Expert installer, accept that agreement, press next, next and install. So that's just going to install all the various communication drivers and the software required for our Avolites hardware to talk to other pieces of Avolites hardware. Okay, so now that we've finished that, what we need to do, we need to do a couple of settings to the software itself. So AI, what we need to do, we need to right click on the program shortcut. We're going to choose Properties at the bottom, and then we're going to go for the Compatibility tab. So we need to make sure that Run this program as an administrator is ticked. We need to apply that. If you don't have Run this program as an administrator ticked, when you start up, it will look like it's starting, then it's hanging. You may need to go into Task Manager to force quit it and then come back and make sure that's enabled and then run it again. The other thing we need to do is we need to make sure our user account control is set to 0. So if you go into the search box just off the start menu at the bottom and you type user account control, there we go. So we've got change user account control settings. If you just click into there and just make sure that this is down, this slider on the left is down to the lowest possible value, and then just press OK. And so now, if we give AI a double click, we should be up and running and we should see the demo project. So this is looking good. When you get the splash screen like this is generally a good sign that the installation is good. It disappears for a moment, then it's going to come up for us like so, and there we go. So there we've cleanly installed AI and the related drivers.